Lilian Odira. Ranked 17th in the world, she shocked the planet to become world champion. Keely Hodgkinson came to Oregon chasing a world record. This was supposed to be Hodgkinson's record attempt. She never got the chance to find out how fast she could go, because Odira was waiting. The Prefontaine Classic returned to Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon, for the 4th of July weekend. The women's 800 meters was one of the most anticipated races of the entire Diamond League season. But it was not built around Lilian Odira. Keely Hodgkinson, the reigning Olympic champion from Great Britain, was chasing something much bigger than a win. She had already broken the world indoor record earlier in the year, running 1 minute and 54.87 seconds in Leuven, France in February. Now she wanted a fast outdoor time to prepare for a world record attempt at the London Diamond League on July 18th. The pacemaker's target in Eugene was 1 minute and 53.50 seconds. That number existed because of one rival. Switzerland's Audrey Werro had just run 1 minute and 53.80 seconds in Paris, the third fastest 800 meters ever recorded. Only 2 women in history had ever gone faster. Jarmila Kratochvilova still holds the world record at 1 minute and 53.28 seconds, set back in 1983. Hodgkinson needed an answer before her record bid. The 800 meters was also selected as a diamond discipline event in Eugene, meaning the winner would earn $20,000, more than 3 times what second place would collect. Every part of the buildup pointed toward one story. Nobody in Eugene expected the answer to come from the other lane. Odira is 27 years old, and she is one of the most unlikely world champions in track and field. 2 years ago, she could not even reach an Olympic final. At the Paris Olympics in 2024, she was eliminated in the semifinals, finishing 4th in her heat behind Hodgkinson. A year later, in July 2025, she ran a personal best of 1 minute and 56.52 seconds, and still lost to Hodgkinson by almost 2 full seconds at a Diamond League meet in Poland. 2 months earlier, in May, her personal best had only been 1 minute and 58.31 seconds. In the space of a single summer, she cut her best time down by nearly 4 seconds. Then came Tokyo. At the 2025 World Championships, Odira walked into the 800-meter final ranked 17th in the world. Mary Moraa, the defending champion, set a blistering early pace. Hodgkinson took the lead with 300 meters left. Nobody was watching Odira. Then she exploded past the entire field in the final meters, cutting nearly 2 seconds off her personal best to win gold in 1 minute and 54.62 seconds. Georgia Hunter Bell took silver. Hodgkinson had to settle for bronze. Odira is coached by Jacinta Muragura in Nairobi, and she returned to elite racing as a mother of 2 young sons. Her 2026 season built slowly toward Oregon. She opened with a runner-up finish at the Kip Keino Classic in Nairobi in April, running 1 minute and 59.15 seconds behind Ethiopia's Nigist Getachew. She was 3rd at the Rabat Diamond League in May, then won her 3rd straight Kenyan national title in June to book her spot for the Commonwealth Games. Despite being world champion, she had never once won a Diamond League race. Hodgkinson arrived in Oregon as one of the most dominant runners on the planet. She is only 24 years old, already an Olympic champion, a 2-time European champion, and now the world indoor record holder. Her record run in February had shattered a mark that stood for almost 24 years. But her outdoor season had been anything but smooth. 22-year-old Werro had already beaten Hodgkinson once before Stockholm at the Golden Spike meet, running 1 minute and 54.46 seconds there. Then in June, Werro beat her again at the Stockholm Diamond League, running 1 minute and 53.98 seconds to Hodgkinson's 1 minute and 54.33 seconds, a new British record. Days before flying to Oregon, Hodgkinson suffered a fall that left both of her knees cut and taped. This was also her first race back since she withdrew from the 800 meters final at the British Championships because of an injury scare. Hodgkinson came to Eugene hoping to prove her body was ready for London. Instead, she had to fight just to reach the start line. The gun fired, and the pacemaker pulled the field through the opening laps. By 600 meters, the pacer had done her job and dropped out, leaving Hodgkinson and Odira alone at the front of a deep 9-woman field. Hodgkinson made her move. the same move that had carried her to so many wins around the world. She hit the front and looked in complete control with 250 meters left. For a moment, it looked like her race to win, and it looked like the taped knees might not matter after all. But Odira had not moved yet. She was reading the pace, staying patient, saving her legs for one final push, refusing to panic even as Hodgkinson opened a gap. Down the home straight, Odira found another gear. She closed the gap stride by stride, then went past Hodgkinson in the final meters. Odira crossed the line first in 1 minute and 56.19 seconds, a season best and her first ever Diamond League win. Hodgkinson finished second in 1 minute and 56.73 seconds. American Addison Wiley took third in 1 minute and 57.70 seconds, a season best of her own. Behind them, Gambia's Sanu Jallow was fourth and American Raven Rogers was fifth. Every one of the 9 finishers broke 2 minutes, a sign of just how deep the race really was. The wavelight target of 1 minute and 53.50 seconds, the number that was supposed to define the night, was never touched. This was not the first time Odira had done this to Hodgkinson. In Tokyo, Mary Moraa dragged the field through a fast opening lap. Hodgkinson surged to the front with 300 meters left, and Odira sat back and waited. Hodgkinson admitted afterward that she never saw it coming. She said, "I didn't feel Odira coming." In Oregon, the pattern repeated itself almost exactly. Hodgkinson led, Odira waited, then Odira won. Different CT, different season, different stakes, but the same result. It was the second time in less than a year that Odira had beaten the Olympic champion when it mattered most. Odira could not hide her joy after the race. She said, "I'm so grateful coming to the USA and doing my first pre-classic." It was only her second race outside of Kenya all year. Hodgkinson was honest about her condition. She said, "My knees are taped up and 4 days ago I couldn't even walk." She admitted she was relieved just to have made the start line at all, even though the results still stung, and she said the disappointment was still too fresh in the moment to fully break down exactly what had gone wrong. She said she would sit down with her coach to review the race before deciding her next steps. Neither runner reached the fast time the night was built around, but only one of them walked away with a win. Hodgkinson now has 2 weeks to get healthy before her world record attempt in London on July 18th. Werro's 1 minute and 53.80 seconds is still the number to beat outdoors, and Hodgkinson has not gone under it this season. She has shown she can do it indoors. Whether taped knees and a rushed recovery let her do it outdoors is the real question heading into London. Odira, fresh off her first Diamond League win, has the Commonwealth Games waiting next, followed by a shot at the World Ultimate Championship in Budapest in September. Budapest will host the inaugural World Athletics Ultimate Championship this September, gathering the sport's elite for a definitive season finale.